on Mars and Phobos. The cargo vehicle will be using Omen transfers to get from low Earth orbit to the orbit at Mars. Once it arrives at Mars, it will then detach and leave the rest of the vehicle to enter into the Martian atmosphere. Upon landing, it's up to the colonists to locate and retrieve the cargo capsule and bring it back to the main base.
The Mars return option for Mario is a series of missions that is designed to bring a crew of up to 6 back to Earth from Phobos or Mars. That is where the Mars Ascent Module, or the MAM, comes in. The MAM will be on top of its own rocket that will then bring the vehicle up to Phobos. From here, the crew of the MAM will dock with the human lander on Phobos and continue the journey back with the VA-330 and the Phobos return system with up to 3 of the crew from Phobos to give us our crew of 6.
Bravo. Great!
Welcome everyone. Dear boss, because this part is directed at you specifically. Behind you, as you might have noticed, there is a poster of you on Mars.
Bravo.
So 5 years ago, we put you on Mars as the first person to stand there, firmly planting your boots in the red regolith, blazing a trail for all that will come to Mars behind you. Just like you blazed the trail for us on the moon.
Amen.
We felt it just to put you on Mars as you have been advocating humans. And then the other Dr. Aldrin, who is joining us today, is Annie Aldrin, and for those of you who don't know him, Andy did not really begin a career which would put him on this stage tonight. In fact, his first career was as a Sovietologist working at the Institute for Defense Analysis and RAND Corps. He ended up in aerospace industry either by accident or opportunity and held stints at Boeing as Director of Business Development and Strategy for their NASA Systems and Launch Systems business units. He held a similar role at United Launch Alliance. More recently, Andy took over as president of Moon Express and recently departed there to pursue other interests, including helping his father, as he's doing tonight, populating Mars with permanent human settlement. Gentlemen, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Ernest. All right.
Wait a minute.
I haven't even got my first question.
You got it wrong. I got the answer.
I am sure you have the answers. I have a very long list of questions, and I have a great deal of confidence that we'll get through at least one of them. So, these guys have seen you before. Quick answers. All right, Dad.
Yes.
So that's not going to be appropriate for the first question. The first question is the students at Purdue did an exceptional job putting it together. I think, as I told them in introducing the video, this is probably the clearest depiction of the technical aspects of your architecture. But it's thin, and I know there are specific points that you don't necessarily completely agree with, but I'm going to leave that between you and Stephen to argue. But where do you go here with it? What are the next steps for this? I mean, I think this is a good first step. Where do you want to go from here?
Well, I wanted to have, from unbiased academia, a validation of not all the conclusions or the study, but the assumptions that were made that I had to make to put this plan together. And I thought that unbiased academia could be polled with questions that could have maybe yes